Right, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a really lovely looking car. This is a Honda Cr-V 1.6 EX automatic, finished in passion red. It's got the optional upgrade alloys and the side steps fitted as well. Really fabulous looking car. Obviously a facelift version, so you get this extra chrome treatment on the front now, but the car is in absolutely gorgeous condition. Front of the car, hardly see any marks of any note at all on there. You have to look very closely to find anything at all. Bonnet, incredibly clean. Just a couple of very light stone chips right on the leading edge. Obviously the car's now done 75,000 miles, so you would expect it to have one or two, but they are very minor. Come down the off side of the car first, or near side even. I always get that the wrong way around. Can't see any indentations in the panel work at all. It looks like a car that's done a third of the mileage that's actually done, in all honesty. Front wing, very clean. Front alloy, very good. Just the tiniest bit of curbing right on the outside edge, but I mean minuscule. Very good Bridgestone tyre on there. And the panel work is exceptionally clean. Rear alloy, absolutely unmarked, and again Bridgestone tyre, again with lots and lots of tread. I love this angle of these CR-Vs. It's a really good looking car. Side steps and the high spoiler, little chrome trim at the bottom there, all looks absolutely fantastic on the car. Around the back here again, I can't see any obvious marks. There's bound to be one or two minor ones, always is. You know, please do bear that in mind. But they will be very few and far between on this one. Again, panel work clean as a whistle, no indentations at all. Offside rear alloy, absolutely unmarked. Bridgestone tyre again. I should have just said it's got a full set of Bridgestones, it would have saved me doing that, wouldn't it? There we are. Again, panel work is absolutely beautiful. Final alloy. Again, absolutely lovely, and the final Bridgestone to finish off the set. So all in all, the car looks in really lovely condition. Let's come to the back of the car now. Obviously you've got electric tailgate on the CR-Vs, just touch the pad there and up she goes. You can do it on the key as well, there's a button inside the car as well if you so wish, but it gives you access to what is an enormous boot area. It's absolutely huge, very well finished and in very good condition. Obviously you've got a 60/40 fold on the rear seats, and you've also got the little tabs, little levers there to pull back to drop the seats down in one motion. And there's your little button up there, just to drop it back down, but all working absolutely perfectly as you'd expect. Coming to the back of the car now, rear door card, absolutely clean as a whistle. Full set of original Honda mats fitted to the car, and again, all been kept really well. Leatherwork again, full black leather interior, and the leatherwork is very good. Cars offer absolutely huge amounts of rear legroom, you know, even for adults in all honesty. Passenger front door card, again, all very clean and tidy. Footwell areas, clean as a whistle, been kept very clean. And the leatherwork on the passenger seat here looks almost as new in all honesty. It's wonderful condition, just shows how well these cars do take their miles. Let's come to the front now. Driver's door card again, all very clean and tidy. Electric window switches, electric seat adjustment, memory settings, all very clean, no marks on those. And driver's seat, again, beggars belief to believe it's done any miles at all. It's absolutely clean as a whistle. So inside the car now, just to go around the dashboard, which essentially looks factory fresh. It's unbelievably clean and tidy. Obviously EX specs, you got this lovely big, these are the much later navigation system on it as well. If you pop the car into reverse, you got this lovely gridded parking camera as well, all working absolutely beautifully. Dual zone climate control system, again working absolutely perfectly. Then on these later models you get this new style automatic gearbox lever, but all been kept really, really, really nicely. Just to come across the main dashboard here, just panning there, 75,528 miles, and there's no warning lights on this vehicle at all. Auto lights, auto wipers, and then we've got multifunction steering wheel in beautiful condition. It really is a fabulous example of a very, very highly equipped car. What will follow this video will be a road test of this very car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Cr-V. It's a 1.6 EX diesel, and it's the automatic version. Now, this particular car is registered DF65OBX, and mileage at the start of the road test is 75,522 miles. The reason we do the road tests is so the customers can actually see the cars we're selling in operation prior to coming to see us. That way, if there are any issues relating to the car or any obvious faults with it, then we can relay them back to you straight away. You know, we know it's frustrating when you go and see a car and assume that all is good, only to find out it's got a glaring and fundamental fault which you clearly should have been told about, and it's a complete waste of your time. And we've been on the receiving end ourselves, so we know what it's like. So hence, that's why we do it. Also done on the very, very quiet country roads close to our premises, so hopefully it'll be representative of what you should see and feel yourself. Brief background to this vehicle: obviously been very, very well looked after by the Honda dealers throughout its life. It's in lovely condition. But going through the mechanical parts for you: engine starts, first press of the button, settles to smooth, even idle. It's a stonking engine, 160 horsepower, really pulls strong even from low down, pulls very keenly through the rev range. Worth pointing out, absolutely no warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the car. So I'll just give way to this sizable tractor. Temperature gauge has been running for some time now, running at a third, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car. Engine then feeds through into this very, very slick dual clutch transmission automatic gearbox. Suits the engine really, really well. Very smooth on the gear changes, up, down or otherwise. The whole point of it is it gives you loads more ratios in the box, so positively enhances fuel economy and lowers the emissions on the car as a consequence of it. But it's a great, great match for the engine. Really, really is a lovely thing to drive. There's no jerkiness, there's no juddering, there's no nothing at all from the gearbox. The whole powertrain feels very tight and taut, it really does. Steering of the car tracks bullet straight. There's no vibrations coming back through the steering that I can feel on the vehicle. This is the facelifted version, so it's slightly meatier on the power steering. The original CR-Vs of this shape were sometimes criticised for having overly light steering, so Honda have made it slightly heavier on the helm here. It works really nicely actually. It's kind of artificial because it's electric power steering, but it's very accurate, very positive, and just adds a kind of a meatiness to the drive of the car. Again, I can't feel any wear in it at all. It just feels very, very tight. The whole car does. It feels, certainly doesn't feel like it's done the mileage it's done. And as you'd expect with the Honda, it takes the mileage unbelievably well. Suspension of the vehicle, again, what I'm looking at for a road test is just any signs of any kind of wear underneath. That normally manifests itself in sort of metallic noises when you're going over bumps. So just ahead of me now, it's quite a big bump, and that normally would send a chatter through the car for things like anti-roll bar links or rubber bushes were perished, but nothing on this one. It said, given the history, you wouldn't expect it to, but it feels as tight as a drum in every single sense. Let's give the brakes a bit of a jab in a second, just go around the corner before I do that. I know they're good because I pressed them earlier and they're very strong, but very, very strong brake pedal, lovely powerful brakes. What I'm looking for again, just make sure the nose of the car goes down straight and true. There's no pulsing or vibrations coming back to the brake pedal at all. It's all in very, very, very good order indeed. Also on the move, it's noticeable how quiet the car is, and again, just for road test purposes, just listening out for any kind of wind ingress that shouldn't be there, where you might have a sort of a sunroof seal or windscreen seal damaged, or possibly even a door seal, but there's nothing. It's very, very quiet in here. Engine is very subdued on its revs. Here I am doing 60 miles an hour now, and it's very quiet. Just about 1500 RPM as well, which is amazing for fuel economy. It really is. Checking the cruise control function, that works exactly as it should as well. Looking around inside the car, this is again the facelifted version, so you've got this new style sat-nav system, which I've got exactly the same in my Civic actually. It works really, really nicely. Very clear graphics, nice and high up display. Dual zone climate control on the vehicle as well. Again, all working absolutely beautifully. They've got these new sort of rotary knobs on the side, just sort of slightly higher quality feel to them. The whole car exudes quality. It's got very, very well made. Not a hint of a buzz or a rattle from the interior, of course. Then down here we've got the gear lever selector for the automatic transmission. But all working absolutely beautifully. Dashboard itself, clear, easy to read. All the pixelation on all the readouts working exactly as it should. Steering wheel looks and feels like new in hand. I mean, this is, I always maintain, it's a measure of true build quality. Our car lasts up to these sort of mileages, and you know, these are sensationally well made cars, and sort of everything that should be working that I've pressed thus far, it's working exactly as it should. Obviously, you know, the most common part exchange we get on CR-Vs actually is other CR-Vs, so it's, you know, people tend to like to stay with them. But if you're sort of cross shopping against other manufacturers, you know, it's just Honda just get these things so right. You know, it's got fantastic practicality and reliability as you'd expect from a Honda car. But that would be, you know, utterly pointless if the drive of the car was dull or slow-witted, but it isn't. It's one of the nicest cars in this class to drive. The fact that it is so tough it makes them very, very desirable on the used car market. You know, certainly we've had plenty of them personally, and they're superb vehicles. The point of the video, as I said at the start, was to pick up on any issues that might be with the vehicle, and I can't find a single thing on it, and that's not for want of trying. You know, we are critical on these videos, so there's something wrong with it, we will let you know about it. But you know, as I said before, given the history of the vehicle, you wouldn't expect there to be anything, and there certainly is not. The car drives absolutely fantastically well. If, of course, I've missed something on the video, then obviously don't hesitate, do give us a call, and I'll happily answer any questions you might have.